Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mr. Guy on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode 3 of our playthrough of The Shadow over Westminster, where we are playing people in the secretive agency that have supernatural backgrounds trying to uncover a horrible thing that's going to destroy London and engulf it in darkness. Been through that already. We're going to get right to gameplay though. As you know, I'm playing the Knight Templar Alexandria and the Watcher Gregorius. And we are investigating the streets of London, visiting the museum for artifacts, hanging out in the agency and chilling with our fellow agents, going to the underground and the warehouse to discover, to deal with disturbances in the area before they get out of control, all that good stuff, and mistakes. So I'm going to get to the big mistake that I made. Actually, it's really the only mistake I need to worry about, but it was these. So when we tackled the two disturbances in the underground, which is way down over here, as you can see, we should have also acquired talismans for those. And if I understand it right, I would get one for each of the cards, which means I get two. And I wouldn't give them out. So I think I would give them out. I'm just going to put them in their discard pile for now. For each one of the guys, it says a pressed silver medallion inscribed with arcane markings that match those appearing around the city. So that these give us a research. Be nice if they gave us an investigation, but they don't. They give us research. Okay, well, anyway, we're going to get right to it. It's party time. Time to get going. We've got our decks ready, our hands ready. We're going to start with Alexandria. She's going to get on it. She is currently at the university where she upped our knowledge to give us hands of 4 cards each, which is awesome. And she's probably going to go to the warehouse and try and, well, depending on what her cards are. Yeah, I think she's going to go attempt to take down the warehouse there. It'll take her a couple turns, but she's going to get it done. All right, well, she could also go to the agency and get rid of her exposure cards, but I think not. I think we'll do what I'm suggesting. All right, guys, let's get started. First thing we have to do is draw a darkness card. It says darkness in the underground. Well, that's not good. That will put 2 darkness there. It's getting heavy on us there. We got 2 more before that is engulfed and causes us trouble. All right, let's get Alexandria moved now. Okay, Alexandria is going to first move, which is the first thing that she does on her turn after we play the darkness card. And then we're going to take an action. And for her action, she is going to actually play some of her cards. She's going to play these 3 basic investigations. Now the site requires 4, so she's going to have to stay there for a turn, but we're going to place these 3 down here right now. That's going to actually end her turn. Then, since we did not leave there, we're going to, we're staying, well, actually, that's next turn. I apologize, we're fine. So, basically, we're going to then, we took our action, we went to the warehouse where we attempted to overcome a disturbance, and then we're going to discard and draw back up. So, let's do that. So, first off, we're going to discard this again, and we're going to shuffle up her draw deck and see what we get. Let's hope we get something good here, right? Okay, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Looks like we got some investigation going on, but not enough. Do we get any ability? Oh, this is rough, guys. See, this is bad for us because we didn't get anything that's going to allow her to... well, wait. Well, this will be helpful, but they're all research, so she may have to abandon that, which is going to cause her a problem next turn and not complete it. That kind of stinks. But anyway, that's going to be her turn for this turn. So let's go on to Gregorius. If you were wondering before we move on to Gregorius, Alexandria was investigating cult activity. A group of dark figures gathered around a swirling fire, their faces hidden by hooded robes. A low, otherworldly chanting carries on for miles, joined at times by the baying of hounds. An icy wind begins to blow. That's what she's investigating. Okay. Now we're going to draw a darkness card for Gregorius. What's he get? Darkness in the underground, of course. We seem to have them all stacked up even though I shuffled them. That's just awesome. Okay, and then we're going to go to Gregorius. He is in the agency currently. Let's look at his cards. He's got 3 investigation and that. What will he do with 3 investigation? He could stay in the agency one more time and continue. No. Nope, he can't. That's not going to work. He's got to go do something, right? Well, here's what he can do. We're going to shuffle up his cards here. Boom, boom, boom. I'm trying not to look at them as I shuffle. and see what we get on. Hopefully we get something on top that'll be helpful to us. Okay, got that on top of his deck. But the reason I did that is because he can, at the start of his turn, you may draw one card, so you haven't moved yet or anything, from your deck, then place one card from your hand on hand back on top of your deck. So we have 3 investigation. We needed 4. We did not. That's not going to help us. So his ability does not help. I'm concerned about what to do next, to be completely honest. Let me think about that. Well, there's only really so much he can do. He's going to move to the underground again. Even though it's about to have a cataclysm, this could hurt him very badly. And we're going to take our action there. Now, when we go to the underground, we have to do something. So, after agents have, well, if the underground is similar, okay, when an investigation, how about when an agent gets there? Okay, the underground is similar. The investigating agent moves to the underground, draw a number of them from the disturbance decks based on the total number of players. We are playing 1 to 2 players, so we're going to draw 1, and he's going to have to deal with 1 disturbance. Let's see what the disturbance is that we get. The well. Uh-oh. Do. In the center of the room lies a pit half covered by a massive stone lid. A white smoke billows out, reeking of sulfur. As the smoke begins to clear, a pale hand reaches up from the pit, clawing at you. We need to spend 6 investigation to overcome that, of which we have currently 3. So here's the setup. The underground has 1 investigation we have to uncover there. 3 darkness already. Gregorius is there, and he's going to be able to apply 3 investigations. So let's do that. Alright, well, here we go. We got our 1, 2, 3 investigations there. He's going to discard the last one, and that is going to be the end of his turn. So he was there, he got to put up 3 investigations, did not use his ability. He does get to draw 4 more cards, so almost all of them at this point, which means he will be able to get to complete. Yes, no. He will not be able to complete this investigation next turn. He got his talisman. He's going to have to keep. Can he complete it? That's the question of the day. I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can complete this. Looking at the card he has left, it's an investigation, right? But he's got this advanced technique, which is worth 1. Uh-oh. We can only get 5 there, I think. And if our Templar shows up. This is a problem. Okay, well we'll think about this. Man, I'm not doing so well on this part. Okay, that's going to end the turn. So now we're going to go back to our Knight Templar Alexandria. Okay, well I'm also forgetting to, at the end of the turn, if I'm at the location and I haven't solved the investigation, I have to take a disturbance card. So I'm taking 1 and putting in each of, or not exposure card rather, putting 1 in each of the guys' decks because they both did that. Couldn't complete the investigation of that. So anyway, here we are. We are with our girl up there at the warehouse, and she does not have the ability. She may have to abandon that. If she abandons that and loses all the investigation, she's going to gain another exposure. That's okay. So I think we're going to have to do that because we just simply don't have the investigation cards. That was just a stupid waste of a turn. So we're going to discard all her. Well, first off, we're going to draw our darkness card. Boom. Take an exposure. Great. She's piling them up, man. We're going to have to get rid of them. Okay, then she's going to get rid of those. Those go in her discard pile. And she's going to move. I think with the amount of exposure she has, both in, well, she could go buy something too. Well, it says once per turn. Once per turn, I may trash 1 exposure from the top of your deck. Well, there isn't one at the top of my deck right now, so that's not going to be helpful. She could go pick up another. She's got enough investigation or enough research to go pick something up. Maybe a Templar ability. I think they all cost 4 though. They do. So she would need 1 more. But what she can do is, let's take a look at these artifacts again. Do not take an exposure when leaving the investigation. That may be useful. Worth 1 investigation towards current investigation. That's the Spear of Destiny. Start your turn. You know what? I think she's going to go back here because she will then spend her talisman and 2 investigate and these 3 to those go to discard pile to pick up the Spear of Destiny, which goes into her her discard pile as well, and then we get a new one out. It's the Klerksdorp Spheres. Okay. At the start of your turn, you may discard the top card from your deck. That's better than some of the other cards because you may not always have the circumstance where you're discarding the right card while you have that one in hand. And that's going to end her turn. She's going to discard this. Boom. And that is going to be the end of her turn completely. Now we're going to draw back up. Now she has 3, so we're going to get, once again, 2 more personal case logs. So 2 research and 1 investigation. She's got to draw 1 more card from her deck. I'm going to shuffle that, see what we get. Boom. Okay. She got an investigation. So she's got 2 investigations and 2 research. Not the best scenario for her. Really can't do much with that. Wow. Okay. Well, she can get a advanced technique at the agency if we choose to do that. Okay, now we're going to go on to Gregorius. He is also unable to do. He cannot get that, complete that investigation of 6. He may have to leave for now, which is going to do the same thing. So he's going to leave. Yes, I believe he's going to leave this, which means he's abandoning the investigation. But he's the only investigator there, so he's going to discard all of his investigations there. I'm going to double check that just to be sure. I think that's right on the warehouse as well. Okay, if an agent moves away from an ongoing investigation, they discard all their played investigations and take 1 exposure card. Yep, okay. Okay, so he is going to take an exposure card, and there's a cutoff sentence about I assume they just stay there. Yeah, so anyway, he's taking another exposure. He's building up quite a pile of those. And then he's going to move to the agency. Well, he might move and pick up that Kirkless sphere, but you know, that's we don't need more investigation right now. We don't need more research right now. We need investigation. So Gregorius is moving from the underground to here, where he will play his 3 research rather, to pick up another advanced technique, which will go into his discard pile. There's only 2 more advanced techniques in the deck, though, so that's bad. And then he is going to discard that, and that's going to be the end of his turn again. Did I draw his card? I didn't draw his darkness card, did I? I gotta keep remembering to do that. Darkness in the underground. Okay, that's actually, we're going to have to take a step back for a moment. Here's what happens. These all go bye-bye, but remember, he was there. So that's going to, unfortunately, make him take yet another exposure token. Now, he had moved after that. This gets discarded, which we'll just put up over there. And we have another problem as a result of that being engulfed. We add our first token to the Cataclysm. We're not doing well. I think, I don't know this game well enough yet to be successful at it. Anyway, for the end of his turn, he's discarding that. He has no cards in his hand, so everything's in his deck. He's got tons of exposure going on. Let's see what he can pull off for his deck this turn. Okay. Well, maybe, well, we'll see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So this isn't going to be a great hand for him, right? We got his Talisman and 1 investigation. So we got 2 research, 1 investigation, and an exposure card in his hand. Okay. Booger. Alright, well that's the end of his turn. So he is nicely cozy at the agency. So Alexandria is up here at the museum. We're going to draw her darkness card first. She's going to take another exposure. Good lord, we're like really taking the exposures. And she doesn't have any in her hand right now, but she also doesn't have enough to do much. So I believe she too is going to move to the agency. So as you can see, we'll just toss over right here. She's going to go down here with Gregorius, where she's going to spend 2 research to get, see, that's the cost, another advanced technique, and put that in her discard pile. I think we're going to replace, we're going to replace this exposure that's in her reserve. We're going to put a basic investigation in her reserve and then discard 1 more investigation and draw up. The reason I did that is because it might give us enough to get something good. Oh man, oh guys, wow. So I just drew her 4 cards for her next hand. She got 3 exposure tokens and her Spear of Destiny. That is no bueno. So that is her turn. She's probably going to stay at the agency another turn. I think I'm playing this horribly, actually. I don't know. But anyway, Gregorius is at the agency as well, and we're going to draw his next darkness card, which is going to be darkness at the warehouse. Well, we had gotten rid of a darkness at the warehouse once, so that's okay. We got 2 out of 3 there, so there's 2 there. We have an investigation that requires 4. We could go there and start to tackle that. He's got only 1 investigation on him, though. Well, we could take the last of the advanced techniques, I suppose. He could stay in the agency 1 more turn. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. So Gregorius is going to stay at the agency another turn. He's going to spend 2 research to go into his discard pile to get the last of the advanced techniques. Those are flexible. It's good. Good he has them. But we got to get some investigations. Those talismans will be the next things that help us. Then we're going to discard a basic investigation. And you know what, though? I think we're going to take this case log that he's had in reserve. We're going to replace it with a basic investigation, taking the same philosophy. We've got to get some investigating done. So let's see what he gets for his hand. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Well, he's got some investigation now. He's got 3. That's pretty good. And 1 in reserve, so he's got 4. Okay, so we know what he's going to do next turn, I believe. But it's not his turn, and we're going to keep going for a little bit. We got a little bit more time in us for this episode, I believe. We're going to go back to Alexandria. She is right here. Let's draw her darkness card. Take an exposure. Well, she's good at that. She's been exposed quite a bit. And let's see what she's going to do now. Now, she is in an unfortunate... Oh, yeah, that's right. She is resting. And what she can do, when you rest at the agency, and so here it is. You may trash all exposure cards from your hand and reserve space. Well, I didn't have one in my reserve space. If at the start of your turn an agent has nothing but exposure in their hand, they have to go to the agency and rest. That's all it means. But we're going to get to discard 3 of them. So we're going to do that. And then she's going to, unfortunately, discard her spear. But that got rid of 3 exposure for her. She hung out there quietly and didn't cause any trouble. But that's her whole turn, guys. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now that is going to be some investigation, some research time, right? She's got 3 research. She could go get another artifact at the museum. She's got another research in... Oh, no, that's an investigation. Okay, so that's her hand for next turn. That's it for her. She's done. Now we got Gregorius. He's still there in the agency. What's he going to do? Well, we get another darkness at the warehouse. That's interesting because we have 3 there now. Hasn't been overrun yet. Maybe. If we can get there and stop it before... Sorry, get there and stop it with Gregorius. I'm shuffling the darkness deck. It's out. He can clearly, I think if you succeed, you can get rid of the exposure tokens there as well. We're going to give that a try. So Gregorius is way over here. He's going to bounce to the warehouse, but first we have to draw a darkness card for him. Oh, no, didn't we do that? No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. That's why we were there. Yeah, okay, boom. All right, forget it. My bad. Okay, now let's take a look at his hand. He's got, again, 3 investigation, and he's got 1 in reserve. So the cult activity there takes 4. So he's going to use all of them to basically investigate that. Okay, so that means he goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and he succeeds at investigating. Now remember, I took the 1 out of his reserve there that he had there. So he is currently at the warehouse where he has done a successful investigation. And it says when the investigation is complete, the agent takes the disturbance card and 1 talisman. All darkness tokens at the warehouse are removed. The agent discards all played investigation cards and is moved to the agency. So boom. So he gets to discard all of these. He gets to take this, put it into his discard pile as well. All of these go away. And he is going to move over to the agency again. Boom. Good turn for Gregorius there. And he's going to discard his exposure token that he had. Alright, well, we know that our girl Alexandria can't do much investigating, but she does have the power to do some research. So, what is she going to do? Let me think. Well, she's still sitting in the agency going, what do I do? Well, she could go to the warehouse and start an investigation, start doing something, or she can go back to the so we need something that gives her investigation. She needs another. Well, actually, no, she needs more research right now because she could go there and get. Well, actually, no. She needs to stay in the agency. It's not going to help her. All right. I think what we're going to do is she's going to pop back over here, where she will. I don't know, this isn't getting us. See, this the problem with this is it's not getting us the investigation cards we need. We need investigations. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to take. We are not going to move. But we can't buy anything. I don't know what to do with her. Okay, so there's some challenging things here, isn't there? Well, you know what we can do? Let's do this because this will get us somewhere. She has one investigation, so she's going to move the warehouse. And we're going to draw a new card, The Walking Dead. Oh my God! I don't think she can even do this. This is terrible. She's failing horribly. Dark shapes shuffle through the halls, searching for something. They have no need for light or warmth. All they care about is their hunger, a hunger for the flesh of the living. It is an 8-point investigation. I don't think she even has 8 investigation. So I don't think she's going to succeed at that. Oh, you know what else? I keep forgetting the talismans. When Gregorius completed his task, he got another talisman. I only have... She's going to have to abandon that again. Well, let's do this. Let's play... Okay, let's go to her player area. And let's play these two. I mean, she can't do this. I don't even know why I'm bothering. But and then we're going to discard... She's going to put this in reserve and then discard these two. She's out of cards. We're going to gain a 1 investigation, which was the last card in her hand, or deck rather, and then we're going to draw more. And she doesn't have very much in the way of investigations left in her deck, so there's no way she can get 8 right now. Okay. Anyway, we get boom, boom. So those are the 3 cards she gets, which are going to be a basic investigation, personal case log, her advanced technique, and an exposure. So we got 2 more investigations, but that's certainly not going to help us here. Oh, brother, that's the end of her turn, huh? Yeah, that's not good. Okay, we're going to do 1 more round, Gregorius and her, and then we'll call it a night. First thing we do is draw a new darkness card. We see that we get one at the university, so we get a darkness up here at the university. That is not good. Okay. And then we're going to, what is he going to do? Well, he can't do a whole heck of a lot yet. He's got, yeah, I think he's going to rest, unfortunately, and get rid of these terrible exposure cards. Because, well, he can go to the underground, start investigating. Let's do that. We got to get a move on here. Of course, he's going to get more exposure, but let's do that. So he is here. He's going to move down to the underground, where we're going to draw an investigation. A 7. This is called Madness. Whispers in the dark. The sound of footsteps echoing from all directions. Flashes of light and outlines of figures, both human and other. The room spins. The doors vanish. Your mind is not entirely your own. Not happy about this at all. But let's go deal with how we're going to start investigating. Okay. Well, we're going to play 1, 2. Nope. Sorry, wrong one. 1, 2. We're going to put, I think we'll put one of these in his reserve, a research in his reserve. We're going to discard these 2 then. That's it for him. He's going to shuffle. Now he's going to have to get, because he stayed there, he didn't complete the investigation, I'm giving him another one of these. Yeah, he's piling them up, guys. And we're going to shuffle it up, and I'm not looking at the cards when I shuffle. Boom, boom, boom. A lot of shuffling, Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. His whole deck was gone. Oops, I left the talisman out. We should redo that again, huh? Whoop. Hopefully he gets some investigations and we can get that done. But again, it's 7. It's going to take him forever. We got 4 cards. Okay, let's give it a try. 2, 3, and 4. Wow, that's nothing good for him in this scenario whatsoever. Okay. Boom, that is it for him. And we get 1 more then with Alexandria, and we're done for the night. Well, we know that we can't win this, right? So we're going to bail on it, which means she's going to get another exposure in her discard pile. We're going to trash the 2 investigations that she has. Not trash, but discard the 2 investigations she has there. And we're going to move to, I guess, let me see, what has she got that she can do? Nothing. We'll move to the agency. She will rest and get rid of the 1 she has. Why not? She can't buy anything, so she might as well rest. And then she will discard the 3 cards she has in her hand. Did I forget? I forgot our darkness card. Let's see what she gets. Darkness at the Underground. Okay, so there's one more down here with Gregorius. It's okay, not a big deal. And then we're going to... She's got a deck still, so let's see what she gets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, well, looks like she might be able to do something with her. Yeah, if she stays the end, she's going to be able to get one of her unique abilities next turn, so that's actually okay. But anyway, that's where we're going to end it, guys. And when I'm talking about her unique abilities, she's got these up here. And we're going to get one that has, like, I think we're just going to take this one. Because it's got 3 investigation on it, and that's what we need. It also has a special ability with it. So just to give you an example, cost 4 research. It says draw a card and either discard it or trash it. So trashing it would allow us to get rid of our exposure. Not bad idea. Not bad idea at all. Okay, and then it gives 3 investigations. So there's other ones. I'm going to read them just to be sure, but I think that's the one she's probably going to take because we need the investigative abilities. We're losing badly. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing as always. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon.